With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the American Sim Motor Racing Series fires things off for the first time in season number 5 in the championship run. That's right, the championship chase starts now, here tonight at Kentucky Speedway, the Whiskey River 120. Moments away from firing things off. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave of the Cave, bringing you all the calls from trackside. There you can see 81 degrees out there on the track, so not a lot to deal with here at Kentucky Speedway. Look for some fast times in qualifying. And speaking of qualifying, we've got about a minute off of the stopwatch, 3.5 minutes remaining here in qualifying. So as drivers begin to lay down those time lapse, we will get them up to the left-hand side of your screen. Let's go ahead Throw a few of them up there to the left-hand side as these drivers begin to turn in those time laps. How about Bailey Dutton? Driver coming into tonight's race, sitting second in the championship chase. Standings 11 points back. Jesse Hedges knotted up with him. Josiah Strauss with a good run right there. Second place, just off of the quick time set by Dutton. 30:93 is the fast time here in qualifying. 2 minutes now off of the stopwatch. 11 drivers on the speed charts. How about Broadbeck with a good second lap? He's going to jump from 10th to 6th as Dutton continues to keep that fast time at the top of the scoring pylon. 14 drivers now slotted in as the music begins to slowly fade in the background. We're going to continue to watch this time slowly tick off of the stopwatch before we head to a brief sponsor commercial break and down trackside for the national anthem. Getting ready to kick things off here tonight in the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. It's the Whiskey River 120. Just about a minute and a half remaining in qualifying, and snap of your fingers, you got two drivers now at the top of the speed charts. Todd Cray went to victory lane last time we were on the track last week. Cray went to victory lane. Can he repeat it here tonight? Clark Janikin, the man with 5 race wins in his back pocket, he's going to set the fast time now. Quick time belongs to the 27 Toyota Tundra. 30:83 is the fast time here tonight. They got it listed at an 82. It's a 30:83.3, so we're going to round that on down to 30:82 for Janikin. Todd Craig in a slot second. Justin Gann turns in a fast time. He's going to go third on the speed charts. 24 of your 28 drivers make that 25 now with a qualifying time. So just 3 drivers out there: Christopher Woods, Daniel Jensen, Scott Thomas. They're yet to put in a time lap, and there goes Jensen. He's going to prove me wrong, and the 11's going to go 21st with his first time lap. Just about 30 seconds remaining here before the stopwatch will run out for Jensen. What's he going to be able to do? I tell you what, why don't we get a little closer? Let's take a little look here if we can. Do we got one on him? There we go. There's the 11 Toyota Tundra of Daniel Jensen making his way out of turn number 4. Second time lap. Will it be quicker? Slotted in 21st. Where will he jump? Will he jump at all? And no, not going to go. Oh, yes. He's going to break into the top 5. How about that run? What a run right there to the start-finish line to take a spot inside of the top 5. And just like that, that's going to end qualifying. And Clark Janikin going to take the pole position here tonight. We're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave
back track side as the Jets finish the flyover. You know the sounds. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup for the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. You're watching the Whiskey River 120 chase race number 1 for these truck drivers, starting inside row number 1, snatching the pole position moments ago inside of that 27 machine, Clark Janikin. Todd Cray gonna line up just to his outside, looking to repeat last week's race-winning performance. Justin Gann, Bailey Dutton back in row number 2. Slotted third, truck inside lane in that 5th position, the 11 of Daniel Jensen. Dylan Schultz in the 73 will start outside row number 3, back in row number 4 here tonight. The 10 of Cody Schultz and the 6 of Josiah Strauss. Scott Pelham, Dave Gage rounding out your top 10. The 88 of Nick Burlow gonna start in 11th with TJ Grober just to his outside in that 12th position, rounding out row number 6. Back in row number 7 here tonight from Kentucky Speedway, the 32 of Darren Clement, followed by the 99 of Nicholas Wing. Matt Allen, Jesse Hedges back in row number 8. Row number 9 tonight, Vernon Broadback in that number 4 machine with the 7 of Ed HAUCK right to his outside. Zach Miller, Patrick Coro back in row number 10, and rounding out your top 20, Brian Tarnowski starting in 21st. 22nd here tonight, the Georgia native, the 17 of Christopher Woods. Inside row number 12, starting in the 23rd position, the 62 of Stephen Ayers Jr. Larry Poling just to his outside with Joshua Douglas rounding out your top 25. 26th will be the 48 of Eric Norwitzki with Brinson Hunt and Scott Thomas rounding out the 28 truck field here tonight. My goodness, this is how you go championship racing. This is going to be one heck of a night under the lights here. Monday night racing on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We've got the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. It's the Whiskey River 120 as these truck drivers begin to roll off of pit lane. We're going to join your race leader at the front of the field. Behind that Chevy Silverado Pace truck, there you can see the Kitty Cat Coin 27 of Clark Janikin, followed by teammate Todd Cray just to his outside. Justin Gann, Bailey Dutton right there in row number 2. It's going to be a barn burner here tonight. Race fans, if you haven't already got your popcorn, I suggest you go ahead and grab you some popcorn. Maybe you want some chips. Get you a chartreuse plate if you need, because this is going to be some crazy action. You're not going to want to get up and miss anything here tonight. From Kentucky Speedway, we're going to fire things off for the first time here at Kentucky Speedway for the first time in the championship chase here in season number 5. Look out on your calendar. Season 6 going to come up on you real quick. And this pace car going to duck off. This time around, music will fade off into the background and drivers will head into the Geico restart zone. And we'll get ready to go green flag racing for the first time here tonight. It's championship racing and it's on. Green flag flies as Janikin nails the gas, gets a good jump over the 21 of Todd Cray on the outside. He's going to fall back a position. The 30 of Justin Gann moves to second. 11 down to the inside. How about the run by Daniel Jensen up inside the top 5? Qualifying effort for that 11 machine. He's going to look for 4th place. Will he have the momentum? Going to try to pull even with that 26 and not going to happen. The momentum's going to pay off. 26 moves to 4th. Now under fire on the outside. 73 of Dylan Schultz looks to go 3 wide on the top. 99 of Nicholas Wing, championship contender. There you can see with that green banner across the windshield and the spoilers there. That's an easy notation for you race fans out there in TV land, so you can identify your chase competitors. Very easy. And it looks like maybe Todd Cray not having his on board with him. Maybe a little problem on the paint scheme side of things with the iRacing.com trading paint server. You know how that can kind of go sometimes here in the virtual world, but we assure you that 21 of Cray, he is definitely in a playoff position fighting for a championship after racing his way in last week. Started outside pole position, now falls back to third. Battle is amongst the Schultz boys. There you can see them making their way into turn number 3. The 73 on the top of the racetrack. Cody in the 10, just 2 slots in front of him. There you can see him running that mid to high lane through turns 3 and 4. Scott Bellum going to take the position away from Dylan for the moment. Let's go back here. Watch this side-by-side battle as Broadbeck looks to the inside of Burlow. A lot of action all over the racetrack. We're going to continue to jump around here in these opening laps, trying to bring you as much of the action as we can. We got a truck way up high off pace. I believe that's the 38 of Zach Miller. We'll take a look back here. Yes, it is. Zach Miller a little bit off pace, running very high in 3 and 4. We'll jump back to the 3 wide battle as Burlow goes to the bottom. There's Dave Gage in the middle. 73 of Schultz stuck to the high side. The 4 is going to open or try to slam the door. I was going to say open up a little ground here, but he was able to maintain pace with Schultz on the high side, so a good run. And that's going to force the 4 of Broadbeck to really drive it in deep into 3. Compromise the exit a little bit here. Luckily, Dave Gage has a little bit of a moment. He's slow off of turn 4, and that's going to move Broadbeck into a position to battle for a spot inside of the top 10 here in just a moment. And oh, and Cody Schultz, he's got some problems. Number 10, Toyota with problems way up the racetrack. That's going to give us another 3 wide situation here going into turn number 3. 73 on the bottom. Going to drift up just a little bit right in front of that 404 of Dave Gage. Ooh, 2, almost 3 wide there. Looked like Burlow was going to stick it into the middle, but thought better of it. They'll pull side by side with 3 trucks on the high side. Nicholas Wing, Scott Bellum going to go at it now. That's going to be for that the 7th and 8th position, and it looks like Bellum going to take 6th now. Good run on the high side. The Ford F-150 fired up here tonight, moving towards the front. 7 laps in. Ooh, I can only imagine if this thing continues like this. Great racing action all over. You can see tons of cars lined up, trucks lined up with each other. 33 of Jesse Hedges, championship contender, came into tonight's race sitting 3rd in the points championship. No, we got one around. We got one around. It looks like Joshua Douglas. A lot of trucks involved. Oh my gosh, the 91's going to get caught up. 44 with some problems. The 6 of Strauss. Oh my gosh, pinballs back here in the tail end of the field. Going to bring the caution out for the first time here tonight. Lap number 8. Caution flag flies for the first time. Tell you what, let's go back. Let's see. We can't see what happened here. Taking a look and oh yeah, it's already happening up front with the 48 being involved. We'll see what happened with Norwitzki. Let's see. We got a different vantage point of that one going into 1 and 2. Let's see if we can see what happened here. Oh, the 7 and how it gets turned sideways off the front of the 48. They're gonna scrape away with minimal damage, but big time hit out there for the 44 of Brinson Hunt. Let's ride around with Hunt for this this accident. Let's take an onboard camera shot here. There you see Hunt right on the oh, and no, just right in front of him, nowhere to go. And then Pinball Machines, it's on from there. Hard hit for a lot of these drivers as we jump back trackside. Live at the front of the field with the 27 of Clark Janikin, your pole sitter. He's going to stay out. Again, Cray, Burlow, Hedges, all going to come to pit road. This time around, we've got, it looks to be 6 drivers caught up and involved in that first incident, bringing things to a crawl here, slowing things down a little bit And and looking through, looking through the drivers caught up and involved in that, and you've got some big names. You've got some championship names in there. Grober's in there. Patrick Coro is one of the drivers involved. Coro narrowly missing the playoffs. Nowitzki, he barely made it past that in the 48. He's got a little bit of damage. So a second championship contender right there caught up and involved in this. Man, I'm telling you, it's gonna... that is not the way you want to kick things off in a championship run. Next week, the driver's heading to Nashville. So it is going to be a whole different story when we hit the track next week at Nashville. And that's going to be the cutoff race. We're going to move this from 12 drivers down to 8 drivers at the end of Nashville next Monday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So then Dover and Homestead, we're going to cut it down from 8 to 4. So drivers, 12 of them fighting for 4 eventual championship spots, and starting off behind the 8 ball early here in chase race number 1, TJ Grober. He's going to have some issues very, very early here tonight, and that's going to put him behind the 8 ball. Eric Nowitzki with slight damage. Not as bad as Grober, but still some damage for Nowitzki. So both of those championship drivers caught up and involved in the first incident here from Kentucky Speedway. And we'll get ready to go green flag racing this time by one race leader so far. No lead changes. Your top 14 stayed out on track. Field will be brought to the green flag this time around. Clark Janikin will lead him to the Geico restart zone. Bailey Dutton just to his outside. Darren Clement, Scott Bellum back in road number 2 now. The 10 of Cody Schultz was struggling just a little bit. The 10 will line up inside. 4th truck back in that 7th position. And a handful of championship competitors elected to come to pit road. So we'll see if that was just dodging an 8 ball, getting out of harm's way early here tonight at Kentucky Speedway to the restart zone. We head and away we go. Green flag flies once again here tonight at Kentucky Speedway. Darren Clement. What a run the Clements had, huh? Up through the field, started outside of your top 10. Darren Clement up 11 positions, now sitting in that 2nd spot, trying to chase down Clark Janikin back in 3rd. Bailey Dutton, Scott Bellum, Nicholas Wing rounding out your top 10. So your front 5 trying to go single file, but the 4 of Vernon Broadpeck out there on the outside. He's not letting that happen just yet. He's going to try to mix things up here, and driver all alone on the high side trying to get it done. Will he just elect to drop in line here right behind that Lumber Liquidators number 99 of Nicholas Wing, fighting for that 5th and 6th position. The 10 of Cody Schultz going to move into the picture, and he's actually going to take that position on the high side. Great run on the restart here for the 4, picking up 2 positions on the restart. Broadbeck up 12 positions from where he started, outside of your top 15, now running in 5th. We're going to go back with a battle with the Schultz boys once again. The 73 Wolf Machine, they're fighting it out with Todd Cray. There you can see that Kitty Cat Coin 21 machine making his way to the bottom of the racetrack. Now trying to get around the 10 of Cody Schultz. That's going to move Todd Cray inside of the top 10. And Cray on a mission after taking tires. And he's going to bring that 88 of Nick Burlow right along with him. Let's ride right here with Burlow as he begins to make his way up through the field. Tell you what, I do believe we've got an onboard camera. Do we got that one, guys? Yeah, we got it? Well, okay, let's go to this one. On board with the shock top, number 88 Chevy Silverado down on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to follow Todd Cray through. Some of the front runners here on older tires. 9 laps is the difference. Excuse me, but every little bit does help and does pay off. And the 21's going to get stuck behind that Lumber Liquidators number 99 of Nicholas Wing. And that's going to allow Burlow to look to the inside. We'll stay side by side with Cray at the top of the racetrack. And now the moving roadblock, so to speak, down on the bottom of the racetrack. And there's nothing that Nicholas Wing is doing wrong here. He's just maintaining pace. It's, you know, he's not really pinching those guys towards the wall. He's not running them up the track. He's just running his line. And he's going to force those drivers to use those fresh tires and work hard to make their way around. Both eventually do now move Cray and Burlow firmly inside the top 10. Your only drivers with tires really moving back up through the field. Dave Gage trying to battle with Justin Gann. We'll take a look right here real quick. There's Justin Gann, next driver in line with the fresh tires outside of your top 10 right here, running in 13th, and it's a gaggle of cars, a hornet's nest back here after Gann. Take a look at the mess that the three of Josh Douglas is involved with right here. We've got a lot of trucks battling for positions in the back. Jesse Hedges, Brian Tarnowski, Josh Douglas. There's Eric Nowitzki as well as Stephen Ayers Jr. all mixing things up right here. But let's go back with the battles inside of the top 10, or we'll just jump around. Tell you what, producers, you pick what we talk about and we'll talk about it. Jumping around the track, hot and heavy action here down the backstretch into turn number 3. Once again, the Toyota Tundra of Christopher Woods looks to the inside. The snap-on machine's going to go 3 wide middle with the 3 on the bottom of the racetrack. A little bit of a pinch down. Will he clear just enough as we enter the tri-oval? And, you know, thumbs up over there, gentlemen. You picked a good battle to watch. I appreciate this one. The 11 of Daniel Jensen leading this big string of drivers. There's about 7 or 8 of them all right here in this pack. Take a look at them coming off of turn number 2. There's 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. We called it. Working off of turn 2. We'll move back inside of the top 5. Clark Janikin not able to stretch his legs. Todd Cray now going to move back to that second position, so the new tires have paid off. Nick Burlow now fighting with Darren Clement for that third position. We'll give the nod to Burlow last time around as the 32 moves up the racetrack, and that's going to put the shock top 88 of Burlow into third. And Todd Cray going to power right around the outside, and he's going to take the race lead for the first time here tonight. We've got a new race leader in the Whiskey River 120 crossing the line that time around. We've got 100 laps remaining here in Chase Race number 1. Hot and heavy action all over the racetrack. We'll take a look back here with that 30 of Justin Gann, one of your championship contenders, stuck back in traffic, really just kind of mired back here all night long, riding just in front of Dave Gage. There you can see that 404, page not found. Page not found. Just kidding. Those of you that know and get it, you get it. And those that don't, well, you know, there's some people Yoda can't help. I'm just saying. Those of you that get that will get that as well. But nonetheless, we'll move on. Hot and heavy action on the track. Cody Schultz in the 10. Fending off the drive. Off of the corner by the 127 of Matt Allen. Dylan Schultz right there running in 11th. There's Justin Gann. He's going to make up a little bit of ground now on Schultz. We'll look back here at the battle between Woods and Gage for a moment. Head back up the track. Ooh, there's an... I believe that is, who is that masked man? A lot of damage on that machine. Tough to see it. I believe that's the 44. Yes, it is. Brinson Hunt going to fall yet another lap down here tonight. Tough break for Hunt. Here from Kentucky Speedway. We'll cross the line. Lap number 24 now underway. Here comes a huge run out of turn number 4 for Jesse Hedges. He's going to bring the 11 Unibet Toyota Tundra of Daniel Jensen right along with him. Jensen, one of those drivers that did not take tires, and it has not paid off very well for him. Jensen's going to lose a handful of spots since the restart, and he's going to fall back to 17th. Here comes the 3 of Joshua Douglas. He's got fresher tires. having fresh tires when you get there doesn't mean you're going to be able to do anything with them once you do get there. We hear it all the time on the Sunday broadcast. You know, the getting to them one's thing, getting by them is another. And maybe going to prove me wrong here. Here comes the 3 with a run on the high side. Will he keep it up there at the high side? And yeah, he's gonna stay at the top of the track, halfway down the backstretch, looking for some track position against Ed HAUCK. HAUCK listed off of the lead lap here. Very early trouble as he was spun off of the nose of the 48 machine of Eric Nowitzki. Both of them sustaining some pretty good damage there, bringing out the first caution of the night. And we've got a handful of retirees already here tonight at Kentucky Speedway. We've been caught up and involved with the action so long we forgot about a little bit of house cleaning. We are under 100 laps to go, so why don't we run down your field? 28 trucks to the starting grid here tonight in the Whiskey River 120 in the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. You're watching Championship Chase Race number 1 here from Kentucky Speedway. 28 trucks took to the starting grid. We are down to just 24 left out on the track. 23 make that 22 trucks now left on the lead lap. And HAUCK in the 7 Toyota Tundra, he is listed first driver, 1 lap down, running in that 23rd position. Todd Cray out to the race lead after stopping during our first caution break. Cray going to come get tires. Burlow does as well, so your top 2 with those fresh tires. Your pole sitter, early race leader, Clark Jenikin, stayed out on track, and, well, he's paying the price now. He's dropped back 3.5 seconds from Cray. And a green flag pit stops may be right around the corner for a handful of these drivers that elected to stay out. We've got Cody Schultz in the 10 machine trying to move around Nicholas Wing. The Lumber Liquidators machine has kind of been mired right here in that 8th, 9th position since the restart. Gave up those 2 spots to both Cray and Burlow, but since has just been stuck stagnant. Nobody really moving, nobody really going anywhere mid-pack. Tell you what, let's jump back outside of your top 15. Let's go with the battles for the last spots inside the top 20. We've got 3 wide in the back of this field. 38 of Zach Miller down on the bottom of the racetrack. The 3 of Douglas going to push the envelope in the middle and get the position. He's going to run to the bottom of the racetrack. The 48 going to drop back to 19th as Joshua Douglas moves up 7 spots from where he qualified all the way. Shotgun Sally here tonight. Heck of a run already for Douglas and that 3 machine. Jump around the track a little bit more if we can. Let's see what we can bring you through turns 1 and 2. Let's go up here with the race leader, Todd Cray. Let's talk about this guy for just a moment. Went to victory lane for the first time last week. Long drought for Todd Cray. For him, his race team, his race fans, you know, that long of a drought. 11 races into a season before he got his race win. 10 in the bag. He won the 11th race. This is race number 12, kicking off the championship chase here in season number 5 for the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. But imagine that. You know, we talked about Kevin Harvick over the weekend ending his long winless streak. Well, that's a long streak to not see this 21 in victory lane. You think about it, we seen him in 3rd, we seen him in 2nd, but we did not see him in 1st until last week, capturing the checkered flag, punching his ticket to the post-race, or to the postseason chase. And here he is, leading the race, putting a handful of laps led in his back pocket. Doesn't really need a lot of bonus points. Came in, knotted up in, I believe we'll call that the 4th position, with Darren Clement, both 12 points back from regular season champion, leading The championship chase coming into tonight's race. Your pole sitter, Clark Janikin, running in third. But Janikin is going to have to come to pit road before this 21, so we haven't seen the last of it. Will that be the big move? Will we see this long green flag run play out and pan out in the favor of Todd Cray? We'll have to wait to see how it all works and shakes itself out. But for now, let's go back in the field. Let's go back to battle. 17, snap-on machine. Dylan Schultz right there battling with Jesse Hedges. Hedges, a championship contender, looking for a solid start to his championship chase. Running well here tonight, up 3 positions from where he qualified back in 16th. Hedges, for the moment, runs in 13th. Go back up here. What do you say we go back up here around that 5th, 6th position? Darren Clement, Scott Bellum, Justin Gann, Nicholas Wing. They're all running about a half a second away from each other. But then again, it begins to tighten up a little bit right behind Wing. You got Schulten, Broadbeck right there as well. Not too far off is Woods and Schulten. We've got drivers to pit lane. Looks like Darren Clement going to bring his 32 Kitty Cat coin machine down pit road. So green flag pit stops have begun. That's going to mix up the field just a little bit. Let's jump back here as Justin Gann going to make up a spot on Scott Bellum and take that 5th position away. A trio of trucks all in line, all championship contenders. Your top 5, top 6, top 7. All championship contenders. How about that? Todd Cray, Burlow, Janikin, Dutton, Gann, Bellum, Wing. All championship contenders. So hats off to all of those drivers. Great run so far here tonight. Man, what a gaggle of cars right here, huh? For Justin Gann to try to make his way through. Larry Poling down on the bottom of the racetrack. Driver's going to go to the high side. The 99 of Nicholas Wing still fighting side by side with the Wounded Warrior on the high side. That's Brinson Hunt. Matt Allen, Vernon Broadbeck, Larry Poling to pit road this time by. Driver's going to head down the back stretch and down into turn number 3 and 4. Let's take a look at all of these drivers making their way around the racetrack. Everybody chasing after Todd Cray and Clark Janikin. There you can see him heading to pit road this time by. So Janikin going to pull to pit road. Bailey Dutton joins them along with Christopher Woods. Dave Gage also going to come to pit road this time around. The drivers make their way through 1 and 2. Justin Gann now moves into 3rd. He was already on pit road back at lap number 9 as well, so he's going to be able to stretch it a little bit further than the guys behind him. Bellum, Wing, Schultz, all. Well, they all look for pit road. Will they get it woed up? We got to take a look. Did they get it? Did they? Oh, and they got it. Great job. Great job, fellas. And Todd Cray still out front. We'll take a look at your race leader enjoying a 1.6 second advantage over Nick Burlow. Burlow with a big gap back to Justin Gann running in that 3rd position. So a little bit of time for these top 2 to possibly play with. Maybe save a little bit of fuel here. Maybe extend the difference on those tires at the back end of the fuel run, because they were that much faster than those guys the entire fuel run. And here, the guys coming out on fresh tires, they're not going to be... It's not going to be long before Cray, Burlow, and Gann have to come to pit road. They may be able to stretch it to about 11 laps difference. I think these drivers may try to offset it a little bit, and Todd Cray, no, he's going to go ahead and pull the trigger. He's going to head to pit road this time around. That's going to hand over the race lead to the 88 of Nick Burlow, the shock top Silverado. Going to take the race lead for the first time here tonight, so that's going to give us our second lead change of the night. Third different race leader, only one caution as we move closer towards the halfway point. Just about 17 laps remain to the halfway point here tonight. Rainstorms would then end tonight's race, but not a cloud in sight. We're clean and clear here tonight from Kentucky Speedway in the Whiskey River 120. And caution comes out. Oh my gosh. Looks like Cody Schultz may have been involved in this one. Let's see what happened here. Sorry, was trying to take care of some administrative stuff, but let's go. Do we got that one, fellas? Yeah, we got it. All right. High above the track with the turn 3 drone cam. Let's see what happened here. There you can see the 10 caught up, the 4's caught up, and well, doesn't look to be that bad of an incident. Let's take a look at it again. And just, well, I mean, about 45 degrees from the track, so maybe race officials deeming it a little bit too sideways for a little bit of damage on the left side of that number 10 Toyota already. So it looks like that's going to bring out the caution for the second time here tonight. So no real harm, but maybe a big foul as a handful of these drivers now caught a 1 lap down. They are gonna have to get a wave around or the lucky dog. Right now, though, Nick Burlow leads a handful of drivers to pit lane. I believe Todd Cray is going to get the lucky dog position, but Janikin, Clement, Hedges, they're all going to have to take wave arounds. They're not going to get the opportunity to get fresh tires in pool even. So what was once 9 laps difference, that's going to turn into about 15 lap difference. Janikin to pit road on lap number 39. We are gonna be past lap 49 by the time we get back green flag racing. As there you see your lucky dog heading around the track in that 21 Kitty Cat coin machine. No damage, no harm, no foul, and it looks like Todd Cray just taking it easy. He's not going to come to pit road, not going to utilize any of the fresh tires. He was just on pit road. So Cray willing to work it out from here with just 3 lap pressure tires than Janikin, but the big winners right here, those top 4. Gann, Burlow, Douglas, and Norwitzki. What, excuse me, what a turnaround of a night for that 3 of that number 48, huh? Norwitzki and Douglas mired back outside of your top 15. Those 2 drivers now inside of the top 5. Take a look at them right here. Norwitzki, one of those drivers involved in that lap 1 or lap 8 incident. The championship contender. This may be a pivotal moment early in this chase. Yes, a lot of drivers behind him are going to get their wave around. They're going to get back on the lead lap and be able to pass them for position. But the position that they find themselves in now is a much better one. They have those fresher tires. At least it looks to be about 8 laps. Oh, well, yeah. 8 laps fresher tires than the guys behind them. So they're going to have that tire advantage. Will it be enough to keep them in front, though? Some very fast drivers. Clark Janikin, Darren Clement, they're going to line up single file after getting the wave around. So only the first handful of positions are going to double things up when we get the 1 to go, which we should see the 1 to go fly this time by. We should see the 1 finger wave. So, yeah, I mean, it's 10 laps away from the halfway point here tonight. We've got 2 cautions on the evening. Our 4th different race leader. 3 lead changes, 1 under caution. Man, I don't know. Let's put the field in a predicament. I mean, forcing the hand of a lot of these drivers to just stay out and not come to pit road and get fresh tires. I mean, you're forcing the hand of a lot of drivers. You're forcing the hand of a handful of those championship drivers as well. Jesse Hedges is going to have to stay out. Bailey Dutton, Nicholas Wing, all going to have to stay out on older tires. So it's going to be a tough break for all of those guys. A tougher break here tonight for the 45 Silverado of TJ Grober, out early here in chase race number 1, the Whiskey River 120 for the HAUCK Designs Truck Series. And we're ready to fire things back off. Once again, the pace car light's going to go back on. So we're going to go around one more time before we get ready to kick things off. And, yeah, field to come around, catch up, and we'll go back. Green flag racing once again. We're going to step away for a brief commercial break. And when I say brief, I do mean brief, so don't worry, you won't miss any of the green flag action. We'll be right back. And as promised, back before the green flag flies. We just got the one to go. Drivers already double file. Long train of cars. Let's see if we've got a camera shot. Can we back out, boys? Can we back up a little bit? No, not that way. Not that way, guys. Let's go the other way. The other way. There you go. Let's get a little higher if we can. Do we got one better than that? No? No? Okay. All right. The drone's going to stay low to the ground, but, a long train of single file cars that you can see. I tell you what, let's go on board here. There we go. Just off of turn 2, and look at all the way up there in that outside lane before you get double file. It's a long way to go before you get up there. And driver's going to get ready to go back. Green flag racing. Ed HAUCK with a good run. Got himself just 1 lap down. He was 2 laps down. Going to sit 1 lap down here, but he's going to start from the outside. Put himself in a good position to keep that lucky dog position. Larry pulling way back at the back of the field. Pace car down and away. And we're ready to fire things off once again in the Geico restart zone. And away we go. Green flag flies as Gann nails the loud pedal. He's going to scoot away from the shock top 88 of Burlow, the number 3 of Joshua Douglas. Going to look to fill that inside. 48 of Norwitzki right there. Running that high lane. We've seen that 48 really like to keep it up on that high side. Clark Janikin going to move to 6th and take a position away from Jesse Hedges. We got a big battle back here in the back. 3 wide, looking at 4 wide with Bailey Dutton, Vernon Broadback involved in that one as well. The 17 of Christopher Woods right there in the middle of the track. Woo. Hot and heavy big boy racing here tonight at Kentucky Speedway in the Whiskey River 120 season number 5 for the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series side-by-side racing action off of turn number 2. Darren Clement, former front runner, now battling to keep himself inside of the top 10. The 32 Kitty Cat coin machine going to go way up the track. That's going to bring the inside lane around him. The snap-on 17 going to make up that position. Move Woods to 10th. The Clement back to 11th. Battle still hot and heavy up here for the race lead. Justin Gann just out in front of Berlow as Norwitzki and Douglas go at it. I tell you what, you're not going to want to be fighting for very long because the man that's closing in is Clark Janikin. Janikin right there in that 27 truck digging on the bottom of the racetrack. Can we get a rear view camera? Do we got one? No, that's not the right one, boys. Let's go rear view. I said rear view. Oh, we're inside. Okay, well, driving inside now. Looks like no rear spoiler camera for that number 3 machine of Joshua Douglas. So we'll jump inside the office. Man putting in work. Getting the job done here tonight. Running well up 21 positions. Douglas sits in 4th. So we'll jump back outside the car, and he's got to feather the throttle. Looks like the 48 Norwitzki may have been in a little bit of trouble. Let's see if we've got that camera. Let's go to this one. There we go. We got one on Norwitzki. I thought we had a few on the championship contenders, but there you go. Looking back at a hungry Clark Janikin, as Janikin going to take that 4th position away from Douglas, and the 3 truck will slide back to 5th. We'll jump back out of the car and back around the track with some more of the battles out there. The Lumber Liquidators, 99, and Nicholas Swing looks like he's struggling a little bit right there in that 15th position. He's going to have Dave Gage all over him. Looking to the inside now is the 404 of Gage, and he's going to grab that position away. Wing going to fall back, and that's going to open up the door now for Bellum to try to follow his way through. Scott Bellum, unfortunately, caught during that green flag pit cycle, and Bellum gonna be stuck 1 lap down, trying to run down Ed Houck if he can. There's Houck running just off in front, but the number 1 of Bellum still digging. Elbows up, head down right there. You can see him inside of that number 1 machine, trying to make his way into the lucky dog position. We got a 3 wide scenario playing out right behind them. 78 looking for some positions, but not really able to go anywhere right now. He's going to stay stuck on the high side for the time being. That's Dylan Schultz, the 73. We apologize. That's the 38 of Zach Miller looking to the inside, and he's going to grab that position, move Miller to 18. Mid-pack all starting to come back together. Dave Gage going to lose a little bit of ground. That's going to bring the 99 of Wing up into the mix. Nicholas looking for a top 15 once again. Scott Bellum is right there. Championship contender looking to get himself into the lucky dog position. Ed Houck on the high side in that wounded Toyota Tundra. He's going to try to come down the track and use a little bit of side draft, slow the momentum down to that inside lane, but it's not going to work. Bellum going to go to the bottom of that Ford F-150, and he's going to look for that lucky dog position. Now side by side for the lucky dog. Bellum looking to the inside. Houck on the high side. And down into turn 1. No match for the man with less damage. I believe that number 1 is clean here tonight. Now Houck under big fire as the 11 of Daniel Jensen looks to move his way around. We'll jump back inside the top 5. Let's go back up here. Let's watch this battle as it unfolds. Eric Norwitzki was able to move his way around Nick Berlow and into that 2nd position. As we said, how about a turnaround for a driver in the championship chase, huh? Pivotal moment here tonight when the caution flag flew during those green flag pit stops. The 48 was able to stay out, stretch his fuel, and catch the caution at the right time. Restarted inside the top 5, moved into 2nd now, and is running down Justin Gann out front. Norwitzki with a great race going on here tonight. Came into tonight's race sitting 19 points back. If he can snatch a race win here tonight, he's going to move on to Dover and Homestead and just have to worry about getting through round number 2. So who's going to get the job done here tonight? Justin Gann shows the way. But the man from Connecticut, right there, breathing down his neck wicked fast here tonight in Kentucky. We'll jump around the track once again. What do you say, race fans? Let's go check out some action here. There you can see the 404 of Dave Gage moving his way to the high side, trying to get a position on Nicholas Wing. That's going to be for the 14th position. Scott Bellum right there running with Gage pretty much this entire run since the drop of the restart flag. Although Bellum being off of the lead lap, he is in the lucky dog position. He is hoping we see another caution flag here tonight. Handful of drivers hoping we don't see that caution flag fly once again. And I tell you what, we're going to move to some closer battles. Let's go up here. We got a 3-truck battle. Race fans out in the stands, sold out, packed house, being treated to a great race here tonight. Bailey Dutton now in that Assassin's Motorsports number 26 machine looks to the inside. He's going to make up a position on Broadbeck. Dutton has been searching for a way to get back inside of the top 5. Qualified in 4th, but has since struggled since the drop of the green flag. Tough break here tonight so far for Dutton. And back at the front of the field, gaps still run around a half a second to 0.3 of a second between all of your front runners. Your top, I believe it is your top, your top 5, all within 2 seconds of each other. So running pretty close here for those top spots side by side still between the 17 of Christopher Woods and Bailey Dutton. The 17 Snap-on machine running the high side. Can the Toyota Tundra keep it in front? We'll head back up here. Let's go take a look at Clark Janikin. What do you say? Janikin making his way around the racetrack. I do believe we've got an onboard camera here with Janikin. So what do you say we go on board here, looking out the right side with Janikin? Your pole sitter, your chase leader coming into tonight's race. Chase race number 1 in the HAUCK Design Truck Series right here in the American Sim Motor Racing Series on iRacing.com, the world's number 1 racing simulator. If you're looking for the next best thing besides having a bottomless pocket, you gotta jump on iRacing. Whether you're a fan of the heavy tops, the 10 tops right here, NASCAR style series, or you're a fan of the open wheels, whether it be IndyCar, maybe you like to throw it back to some of the Skip Barber days. We've got V8 sports cars. We've got GTs. We've got Daytona prototypes. You got it all right here under one umbrella on iRacing.com, the world's number 1 racing simulator. And you can look this league up right there in the league directories. You can find them on Facebook as well. The American Sim Motor Racing. Man, I'm telling you, ain't no better here in these trucks getting it on here from Kentucky. We'll jump back outside of the car as your pole sitter looks to Hal Norwitzki for that final spot in the podium. And your top 5 now dominated by those championship contenders. Justin Gann shows the way with Nick Burlow running in second. Norwitzki back in third with Clark Janikin now sitting in fourth. And Jesse Hedges in the 33. Hedges with a great run. Up 11 positions. He was way back behind the top 15, but a great run. He's found his way into the top 5. Let's take a look right here at that 33 machine. Nice and clean. And on that Toyota Tundra, Joshua Douglas sitting back in 6th. We'll take a look at this number 3 machine. Great strategy play by him and his crew. Able to stay out, catch the caution at the right time, keep himself up inside of the top 10. A driver that was running sub-top 15 as well with a good strategy. It is paying off. We are over the halfway point here tonight, and this number 3 has found a way to gain a lot of track position. We got the battles inside of the top 3 right here. There you can see Eric Norwitzki going to take back over that 3rd position from Clark Janikin. So as these two guys battle, we got battles back here right around that 15th position. How about Darren Clement in the Kitty Cat Coin, the 32 machine, followed by the Kitty Cat Coin 41. And then the Unibet 11 of Daniel Jensen right there, rounding out your top 15, 13th through 15th. All battling with each other in the Mike's Hard Lemonade, number 4 of Vernon Broadbeck. Going to come to pit lane this time around, so the Chevy Silverado going to come to pit lane for the 2nd time under green flag conditions. Lap number 71, halfway in the bag. In tonight's race, more than halfway. Oh, and contact! The 11 slow on entry, and Dave Gage going to get caught up, and he's going to look for pit lane. Not going to go this time around, not going to be able to get the car slowed down enough, and that's going to put Dylan Schultz in a situation. The Wolf-sponsored 73 of Schultz going to keep it up on the high side, and he will take that position away, so Dave Gage with trouble. Falls back now to 16th, and I can assure you that 11's tail end does not look pretty heavy. Contact there last time by through 3 and 4. We'll head back up to this side-by-side battle. Christopher Woods looking to keep that final spot inside of the top 10, but Nicholas Wing, he's here to steal the show and spoil the night. Wonder Liquidators 99 going to look to the bottom of the racetrack, put the Toyota down once again, put him in his rear view mirror. The 10 sitting in a 12th right now and falling like a rock on the high side. Scott Bellum going to elect to go to the high side. Darren Clement going to fill the hole on the bottom. Larry Poling, next driver to come to pit lane. So the green flag pit stops pretty scattered so far here tonight. Who's going to get caught out? Will we see a caution flag catch these drivers out once again here in a long green flag run? We are less than 50 laps to go here tonight from Kentucky Speedway. Sparta, Kentucky, are you ready? I hope you were, because you got no choice now. We're going to get hot and heavy action here to the end of tonight's Whiskey River 120. And somebody will cash in a chance to move past Nashville and straight into knowing that they got to worry about round number 2 at Dover International Speedway and Homestead Miami Speedway. Your 2 tracks in round number 2 of the championship chase. Just 5 races to crown a champion in a very short series, very short regular season. You got about 11 weeks, 11 weeks to get the job done. So you better get the job done. And the man that has been pretty much class of the field. We don't like to call people out. We don't like to brag or boast about them. But the man right here in that Kitty Cat Coin number 27 machine, he's been to victory lane 5 times so far this year. 8 top 5s out of the 10 starts before tonight's race. He is the only driver to rack up that many top 5s. So consistency is king. And being fast, and it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. Janikin to victory lane 5 times this season. We'll see if he can make it any more. With Justin Gann out front by 1.7. Darren Clement comes to pit road for what could be his final stop of the night. The 32 machine comes to pit road. Gann leads Janikin, Burlow, Norwitzki, and Hedges rounding out your top 5. Todd Cray sitting in a comfortable 6th position right now, previous race leader. Cray got caught out with that pit stop, was able to get the lucky dog when the caution flag flew under that long green flag pit cycle. Cray on the same cycle of tires as the drivers in front. I should say on the same cycle of fuel. Not on the same cycle as the tires, though, so Cray may be looking for some new Goodyears a little bit sooner than the drivers in front. Matt Allen going to get to his pit box. The 127 truck pulls the pit lane to the attention of his crew. Well, let's go back here. We mentioned him, and here he is, Todd Cray, looking for a spot inside of the top 5. He's going to look to the inside of the 33. Hedges rolling the high side through 3 and 4. Will exit off of turn 4. There you see him streaking by. And Hedges is able to keep that top spot for the time being as we head towards turn number 1. You can see your race leader scooting by the camera. There goes Justin Gann right off of turn number 2. Janikin Burlow all following suit. Todd Cray right there flashing by the screen. There's Joshua Douglas as we head down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Race leader right at the start finish line. Here he comes, and lap number 80 goes in the bag. 81 goes on the board. 404 of Dave Gage. He's going to go ahead and come to pit road. Bailey Dutton has called it quits, and he's come to pit road this time around as well. Christopher Wood's going to follow suit, and he's going to bring his machine to the attention of his crew as well. 38 of Zach Miller going to come to pit lane also. So a rash of drivers coming to pit lane here on lap number 81. Is it enough to get them to the end? First driver inside the top 5, going to break away for pit road. That's going to be Clark Janikin. The 27, he was one of those drivers that got the wave around, and he's already relegated to pit road. So the 27 going to give up some track time and some track position here as green flag pit stops continue to unfold. Christopher Woods out of pit lane. Zach Miller working his way out of pit road. Janikin already in his box. Right side's up and down. They're moving to the left side. It's up in the air. The tires go on. Jack drops as Todd Craig going to pull to pit road. Josh Douglas pulls to pit road. Janikin going to pull away. Wing to pit road as well as Daniel Jensen. Wow, we've got crazy strategies unfolding here late in the going at Kentucky Speedway. The Whiskey River 120. The Kitty Cat coin number 34 to F-150. Piloted by Justin Gann shows the way. The Virginia Beach native looking to have a championship-style celebration in Victory Lane here tonight. From Kentucky Speedway, Gann leads by 3 seconds over Burlow. Eric Norwitzki sits back in the 3rd position. Jesse Hedges moves to 4th, with Stephen Ayers Jr. now rounding out your top 5. More drivers in your top 5 coming to pit road. Eric Norwitzki and Jesse Hedges gonna wave the white flag. They're gonna go ahead and surrender their positions and come down pit road. Janikin has moved into 6th, and Todd Cray right behind him. Darren Clement sitting right behind Cray. How far will Janikin leapfrog here? He came to pit road sitting in 2nd position. Will it be enough of an undercut as now race leader Justin Gann going to pull the pit road? What does Nick Burlow do? Burlow following suit. He's going to come to pit road. Will Stephen Ayers Jr. elect to stay out? No. The Kitty Cat coin. Ayers High Racing Paints Ford F-150 of Stephen Ayers Jr. He's going to come to pit road as well. And that very well may move this man to the top spot. We're going to keep an eye on pit road. Gann just now in his box as Janikin moves halfway down the backstretch now into turn number 3. Right sides go down, left side up for Gann. Race leader waiting. Jack gonna drop. They're shaking their heads, dropping the Jack now, and he's gonna move down pit road. Will Gann make it off of pit road? I don't think he's gonna have it wound up enough. And not gonna be it. Not gonna happen. Clark Janikin gonna take the undercut, and he is gonna walk smoothly into 1st place over a 3-second advantage now for Janikin, but he's gonna have to manage much older tires in this field. How about the undercut attempt there by Darren Clement? The 32 came to pit road back on lap number 76 over 10 laps ago. Made a big jump in the running order, but not able to jump to the top spot. Darren Clement going to settle for 3rd for now. Will we see more green flag pit stops? I believe these drivers will have to come to pit road at least one more time. I don't think everybody's going to have enough fuel. I absolutely don't think Matthew Allen in that 127 machine sitting back in 16th. Let's take a look at Allen for a moment. There you can see him in the Abruzzi 127. I don't think he's going to have enough fuel. He was last to pit road on lap 77. Vernon Broadbeck on the pit lane on lap number 70. He's not going to have enough fuel. Larry Polling's going to be iffy. He was on pit road at lap 71. But Darren Clement, driver right here, sitting in third with a little bit of time to play with. About a second and a half back to Bailey Dutton running in the fourth position. So he's got a little bit of a gap to play with here and a little bit of time to enjoy himself in that third position. But even with him coming to pit road on lap number 76, I just doing the math here, and it's just not adding up. He's about 5 to 6 laps short in my calculations. We'll see how it all shakes out. But again, caution flag, late race. It's going to change the game. It's going to switch everything around, so we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. Let's go back to the battle. 3-truck battle here with Hedges, Burlow, and Dutton, all fighting for a spot inside of the top 5. Jesse Hedges running in that 4th spot. Nick Burlow going to take over the 5th position. Jesse Hedges going to fall now back to 6th. Or I apologize, Hedges going to move to 3rd, and Dutton going to fall back to 6th. The Assassins Motorsports 26 machine has run well here tonight, but losing a little ground late in the going. We're on lap number 90, knocking on the door of right at 30 laps remaining here tonight from Kentucky Speedway in the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. Big shout out to all of the sponsors coming on board this season. Big time shout out to Admin Box if you're looking for some controls to help you along your way when doing race control and things of that nature, help you run the league during the races. Look no further than Admin Box. You can find them at Admin Box. Also, a big shout out to Reg Customs coming on board in the final few weeks of the season and throughout this championship chase. They're going to present your season champion with a die cast and wrap of his very own truck. So that's a very cool little prize to your season 5 champion, brought to you by Reg Customs. So go check them out as well. On the Google as well as Facebook side of things. Big time shout out to them. Big shout out to our title series sponsor, HAUCK Designs. If you're looking for a great sim wrap, look no further than HAUCK Designs. And as always, Butt Kicker coming on board, sponsoring multiple different leagues across multiple different series here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling. Well, here we go. Side-by-side racing action. Joshua Douglas, Bailey Dutton going at it for the 6th position. You can look, the 48 of Eric Norwitzki right there, still running inside of the top 10. So a great turnaround for not only the 3 truck, but also that 48 truck. Both of them turning their fortunes around with that, well, we'll say timely caution for them, but an untimely caution for a handful of drivers out there on track here tonight. Big trouble for Scott Bellum as it has called him a lap down. He has not been able to make his way back onto the lead lap. And in the closing stages here tonight, with just about 25 laps to go this time by, or I should say next time by, we'll have about 25 laps to go. It's going to be hard-pressed for these drivers to really make up those laps unless we get that late race caution. So a handful of drivers looking for that yellow flag to fly, but a couple of them just want this thing to play out green flag style. There you can see that Kitty Cat Coin 27 of Clark Janikin, your pole sitter here tonight, reclaimed the race lead. At the end of this latest green flag pit cycle, that's going to give us our 5th lead change of the night amongst 4 different drivers. 2 caution flags on the evening here in the Whiskey River 120 for the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And Janikin, is he saving fuel? We don't want to give away the strategy. We know some of the teams out there do listen to the broadcast and during the race and race control. We see it happen on Sundays with the big boys. We see it in the IndyCar series as well as Formula One. All the teams and drivers, spotters, all very in tune and up to speed on what's going on with everybody. And shocking here, Bailey Dutton and Christopher Woods, they're going to pull to pit lane. The 26 and 17 will pull to pit lane. With 24 laps to go, they've got some extra tires, I believe, in the field. And they're going to use them. They got them. They're going to use them. Continue to watch your race leader, Clark Janikin, as that race lead just continues to drop lap after lap. Last time around, Justin Gann 0.4 of a second faster than your race leader. So indeed, the Kitty Cat Coin Ford F-150 piloted by Justin Gann, he is on the move and he is on his way. That race lead now just down to a second. So Gann looking for victory lane for the second time this season. Will he punch his ticket early in round number one? Gann has got it to less than half a second. What do you say we jump on board and ride with the number 30 machine? There you can see Justin Gann trying to track down your race leader, Clark Janikin, just off in the distance. That was Vernon Broadbeck making his way to pit lane last time around. The number 4 Chevy Silverado will pull to pit road. The Mike's Hard Lemonade machine looks for a little bit of refreshment. He's going to get some tires and fuel. Darren Clement going to pull to pit road as well. Good to see you out there in the chat, Jess. Glad you could be here tonight joining us here. Todd Cray a little bit behind the 8 ball right now, running in 12th. Running in the 12th position, led a handful of laps, but a little bit of issues with some pit strategy. Found himself caught one lap down at the end of a green flag pit cycle with a pesky caution flag. Has got himself back on the lead lap, but has struggled to break his way back inside of the top 10. Todd Cray sits in 12th. Janikin still at the front, but Justin Gann is there, and he moves to the high side. The 30 going to look for the race lead. And if he was saving fuel, you ain't saving fuel now. I can guarantee you that, son. You're not going to do it with the 30 breathing down your neck. It's either, whoa, let him go or come to pit road. It looks like Janikin not really wanting to let him go here. But not really wanting to spend that fuel either. It's a tough tightrope when it comes to fuel mileage and position. You know what I mean? You may be on the outside looking in on the fuel mileage, so you want to back it off a little bit, but you also know that if you let that 30 machine go, he gone. He's got enough to make it to the end of the race here tonight. No questions about it. And now we're going to go side by side for the race lead. Will we have a late race lead? James Gann going to go to the bottom. He's going to nose forward off of turn 2, and the race will be down to turn 3. Side by side into turns 3 and 4 we go. Side by side through the corner, and Gann gonna use that inside lane, and the fresh tires will pay off. Justin Gann gonna win that battle, go back to the point. That's gonna give us our 6th lead change of the evening, as Janikin was all over him, getting back down into turns 1 and 2, and he's gonna lose some ground through the center. New race leader by 2 truck links heading back into turn number 3. Let's jump around the track. Head to a handful of battles out here. Then you can see that 404 of Dave Gage has made his way inside the top 10. Cody Schultz running in that 9th position. How about Dylan Schultz right behind him in the 73 truck? Championship contender, the 28 of Brian Tarnowski, right. Well, wait a minute, is that correct? No, that is not correct. I believe that's Nowitzki. No? Who is that masked man? Let's go back here. Let's go take a look here. That's Scott Bellum. What are you thinking, Dave? And that's the one machine of Scott Bellum, still stuck 1 lap down, man. He has been 1 lap down for, gosh, I don't know, about 50 laps or more. Just a tough break here tonight for Bellum. Although we watched the Ford F-150 of Scott Bellum making moves, making passes, they are not for position. That Ford has been very fast here tonight, and those blue ovals have shown up. Justin Gann leading the field fastest Ford on the track, but I'm telling you, this one of Bellum has not been able to show his potential here tonight, and a tough start for this driver's championship chase. Scott Bellum off of the lead lap, running in 18th with just 14 to go. We'll move a little further up through the field. There you can see Todd Gray slowly working his way to the back end of the Kitty Cat Coin Ayers Eye Racing Paint 62 machine. Stephen Ayers Jr. in that 12th position. Gray looking to grab that 12th spot back after making his pit stop. Hot battle off in front of them. Let's go to the 3-truck battle right here. Dave Gage, Cody Schultz, 73 of Dylan Schultz right there as well. Bellum still involved in this one. Still trying to make his way to the front. Still trying to get himself back on the lead lap the good old-fashioned way. And you can't fault him for it. It's called racing, and that's what these drivers come to do. Love to see the hard-nosed racing action coming from that one machine, just digging, trying to get himself back onto the lead lap. The Imperial #1 machine looking for a way, but he's going to need some help. He's going to need some help, race fans. That's all there is to it. That's all she wrote. And let's go back up here, because the battle beginning to heat up with 11 laps to go. We've now got a battle for the race lead. Justin Gann, Clark Janikin going at it. 2/10 separate these top two drivers. Lap traffic will come into play. And as we reach 10 to go this time by, let's give you a little bit of rundown, some house cleaning here tonight. 28 trucks took to the field here tonight in chase race #1, the Whiskey River 120 in the HAUCK Designs Truck Series. We have still got 24 drivers out there on the track, but only 15 left on the lead lap. Almost half of this field. One lap down here tonight from Kentucky Speedway. Long green flag situations. We had one caution flag fly right at the tail end of a green flag pit cycle. Really shook things up in this race. Things looked a little bit different before then, but we also seen a handful of these top 10 right there inside of that top 10 before all that took place. A long green flag run here to the end of tonight's race. We're going to go from, I believe it was right around lap number 45-ish, all the way through the rest of the laps. We think we still got 8 laps to go this time around. Anything could happen. This driver still mixing it up out there as the battle at the front simmers down just a little bit. Let's go back here where it's about to percolate up on out of the coffee pot. 11 of Cody Schultz going to dig down to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to put the 28 of Tarnowski up one more position. Of Tarnowski going to take that position away. The 28 Tundra going to move into the 9th position. Dave Gage now going to round out your top 10. And here comes Cody Schultz looking for a run. Not quite going to be able to use any bit down on the bottom of the racetrack. And Schultz going to look at 11th, coming off of 2. Looking for some battles, but it's slowly starting to stretch itself out. Let's go back here as the 11 Unibet machine tries to make up some ground, tries to run down Zach Miller into 38. Running just off in front of him, Todd Craig, you can see with a little bit of trouble. Craig started very well here tonight, started outside pole position, has since lost 11 spots in the green flag pit cycle exchange. And Craig, man, after getting to victory lane last week, I don't want to say a letdown, but a little bit of air coming out of that balloon now. Todd Craig going to finish outside of the top 10. Let's jump back up front. Race leader, there you can see him, Justin Gann, slowly moving his way in on the 15th place driver, Daniel Jensen. There you can see Jensen and Miller going at it, 14th and 15th on track. And we'll get the 5 to go this time by the 5-finger salute to that 30 of Justin Gann. Man, I'm telling you, it's been one heck of a night. There's been battles all over the racetrack. I mean, let's go back here once again. Cody Schultz has been able to take the position away from Dave Gage, and Gage is going to have to come to pit road. And remember, I said the drivers that pitted around lap 77, 76, they were going to be about 5 to 6 laps short. Well, guess what, race fans? 5 laps coming to 4 laps to go in the 404 of Dave Gage. He's got no other choice but to come get some gas. The 404 of Gage going to give up a ton of track position. No question about fuel for this man, leading at the front of the field, walking away with a 1.5 second advantage. Justin Gann going to move into turn number 3. He's got a handful of back markers in front of him. The drivers fighting for their lead lap lives right now. The 11 of Daniel Jensen sitting in 13th. Zach Miller right there in 14th position. Both of these drivers fighting all they can to try to stay on the lead lap. 3 laps to go last time around, and Gann not giving up at all. He is staying in the gas, and he's going to put that 38 down. He's got 2 more in front of him, Jensen and Cray. Oh my gosh, talk about Cray's night. Went from outside pole position to leading the race, now to fighting to stay on the lead lap. We'll cross the line that time around. Popsicle sticks on display. 2 laps remaining here tonight from Kentucky Speedway in the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series Season number 5 Championship, round number 1 in the Whiskey River 120. If you haven't already, race fans, hot and heavy action here tonight. Show these drivers some love and appreciation. Show them some support out there. The best way to do so is to drop them that thumbs up over there on the left-hand side of your screen. You know you want to do it. Absolutely phenomenal job here tonight as the white flag flies. Final lap here tonight from Kentucky Speedway. The Kitty Cat coin, number 30 of Justin Gann, going to move his way off of turn number 2. Clark Janikin trying to close in, but he's not going to be able to do it. And Todd Cray has fallen off of the lead lap. What a turn of events for his race here tonight. Cray going to finish off of the lead lap, but off of 4 for the final time. Back across the stripe, checkered flag in hand, moving on to round number 2. Your championship competitor, your race winner, inside the Kitty Cat coin, number 30, Justin Gann, will move to round number 2. But first, he'll move to victory lane in the front stretch for a little bit of a smoke show for these race fans. What a night, what a run here from Kentucky Speedway. Absolutely lights out performance. Not just from your race winner. On screen right now, Justin Gann walking away with a race win. He's going to bring it to a crawl on the front stretch. Get the fans in the stands. A smoke show, sold out packed house, but a great race by all out there tonight at Kentucky Speedway. Just 2 caution flags all night, and Gann wins a barn burner under the lights. With that being said, race fans, we're going to step away from the track for just a brief commercial break, get things set up and ready to go trackside with your post-race interview. So as the 30 enjoys his celebrations, we'll be right back. And back trackside at the conclusion of tonight's HAUCK Designs Truck Series Championship Chase round number 1, the Whiskey River 120 did not disappoint. What a night it was under the lights. So let's jump right back trackside, right back into it. Let's see if we can dial up the man that walked away in third here tonight. Let's see if we can talk to the man inside of that Toyota Tundra. Jesse, it's Dave. You got us?
Yes, sir. What's up, Dave? Nice
Ah,
to see you
good to see you too, my man. You're making a habit of this stuff, huh?
again. Back to back.
Yeah, not a bad habit to have, huh?
No, hopefully it stays consistent.
Absolutely, my man. Well, yeah, you run third here tonight. You came into tonight's race sitting tied with Bailey Dutton, second in the championship chase standings. You're going to finish in front of him, so you're going to be in a solid position moving to Nashville. I know you got some other prior obligations to take care of, so we're going to make this short and sweet. How do you think you're going to stack up at Nashville, and are you that concerned now with this good run to move on to Dover?
I think I'm just gonna have to start practicing some of these tracks that I don't run much because qualifying 16th is just not good. I run good during the race, so I can get up front, but during qualifying, I can't find qualifying lines and stuff. So that's gonna have to be a thing to put forward.
Yeah, qualifying can definitely change the dynamics of your race. Starting in the tail end, you got to be safe, but you got to be aggressive at the same time. At the front, you can kind of pace yourself.
Oh yeah. No, it was a little hairy back there, but I figured I'd just let everybody fan out and pluck some off at a time. And I just stretched a lot of my fuel stops. That first caution we had, I went in, I pitted, got fuel only, so I could stretch further than everybody else. Whoever came in behind me, I don't know who came with me, but I wanted to get fuel early so I could stretch it. So if we did have a long run, at least I knew towards the end I'd have enough to finish.
Yeah, and fuel did definitely come into play here tonight, but nonetheless, Jesse, a great performance by you, up 13 positions throughout tonight's race. As you said, got to get a little bit better, clean some things up on the qualifying side, but running well here as of late for sure. So congratulations on another back-to-back podium finish here. So as we get ready to move to Nashville, before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Thanks, Dad, for watching. Hopefully, you're watching tonight. I'd like to give a thanks to Derek Spears Design, Buck Kicker, Admin Box, Red Customs for their nice wraps for our diecast, and the league for having me. Ed Huck for sponsoring it. Well, that's about it, man.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on yet another podium, and we'll see if you can make it a third in a row at Nashville.
All right, thanks, buddy.
All right, there you have it. Jesse Hedges walks away in third. You heard it from the man himself. Got to clean up a little bit on that qualifying side of things, starting 16th. In his words, ain't gonna cut it. Jesse Hedges walks away in third. That's gonna move us now right along to the man that led a handful of laps here tonight. Walked away with the pole position, but he's gonna finish in second here tonight. Clark Janikin, it's Dave in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, another pole position for you, another top 5 for you, so you can't be too sour or salty about it, but, man, is there anything you think you could have done different to walk away with the race win?
Nah, it's just bad luck. That caution came at a bad time, got me trapped a lap down, and I couldn't come take tires for fuel. I had to take the wave. It sucked, man. Looking at the data afterwards and seeing, over the course of the run, I was a good bit faster than everybody else in the field. I had the fastest truck, fastest in practice, fastest in qualifying. But sometimes luck's not on your side. And credit to Justin, man. He made the right call. He ran a clean race. He did what he had to do. He pushed my pace there at the end. He knew I had to save fuel. He ran a perfect race, and he took advantage. So that's a great win for him. But I saved enough. I ran out into 3 and 4, crossed the line P2. I think I'll still be the points leader after this, so we'll take it.
Yeah, I was going to mention that next. Not a race win, so not automatically punching that ticket to round number 2, but you came in the points leader. You should leave the points leader in a pretty comfortable position. So in saying that, are you, I mean, you got to worry about every race, but are you concerned at all about Nashville and what that type of track is going to bring to us?
not really concerned about the track itself. I'm just concerned about competing with these guys up front, man. You can't afford to have a bad race. Like you look at Darren, I think he finished 15th tonight, and that's all but going to do his championship hopes in. I mean, Todd is so fast, Justin's so fast, and you even got these dirt guys like Jesse and Bailey who show up week in and week out and make it interesting. Burlow's back; he's a threat every week, so it's so competitive. You can't afford to make mistakes and have a bad race. And if I slip up or this keeps happening, missing the strategy and losing spots, it's going to hurt me in the end.
Absolutely. Well, Clark, congratulations on your 9th top 5 of the season. Another podium finish. I know you wish it was one better, but nonetheless, still a podium night here tonight for you and your 27 crew. So before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, appreciate you broadcasting. Thank you to the league sponsors, Ed, Derek Spears Designs, Butt Kicker, Admin Box, Reed Customs, and then all my guys at Assassins Motorsports, Kitty Cat Coin, awesome partner, Mentality, Infinite Hero, Nitro, and all the boys that make this thing happen.
All right, my man. Well, maybe drop one of them girls out of the back of that truck, and you might get a
Never.
little... No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Clark, a pleasure as always. We'll look forward to seeing if we can catch up with you at Nashville.
Yes, sir.
All right, a little bit of a joke there as we head away from our second place interview. Clark Janikin snatches the pole, but can't capture the flag here tonight. He's going to have to wait to point or win next week to make it into round number 2, and that's going to move us right along. Let's see if we can't talk to the man with the plan, getting a job done with the checkered flag here tonight from Kentucky Speedway. Justin Gann, how you doing, bro? Long time no see.
Oh man, can't get this party started any better than that. So that's a way to kick off the playoffs right there.
So I got a little bit of a question. It may be a little bit of a joke, but is that glitter or kitty litter in the air down there in Victory Lane?
It needs to be kitty litter because I just put everybody else. Never mind, I can't say that one on air.
Well, Justin, you ran a superb race. I mean, a caution flag kind of helped you a little bit, but you had to have the speed to maintain the tires and the fuel from that point on. So, with all that being said tonight, is there anything that could have changed the way you approached the first half of the race?
You know what? I think overall, it was a little bit of strategy. I knew I had speed tonight. That first caution came out, and I knew if I came in and took fuel, I could make it on one stop. Did mess up and should have took tires like Todd, because he really took off there on that second run. But staying out really saved me. That caution came out perfect time, like you said, and I knew I just knew I had the speed, so I pretty much had it won as long as no other cautions fell, and it just worked out in my favor tonight.
And indeed it did. You walk away with your second race win here this season. You're locked into Dover. You got Dover, Homestead, and then Texas to worry about. But out of those middle two, is there either track that you think you may be able to park that 30 back in Victory Lane? Do you think you can do it at the Concrete Monster or maybe down there in sunny Florida?
If I can keep it off the wall, I think I'm pretty good at Dover, so I definitely got a good chance there. And Homestead, I normally do pretty well at as well. So, honestly, there's a lot of fast guys in here. Clark is obviously the man to beat. So, we'll just see if we can do it. And one or both those races, I got the momentum, so let's keep it going.
Absolutely. Well, Justin, again, congratulations on your second win. Congratulations on the Chase win. And before we let you celebrate the night away, you know the drill, so mic's yours.
I'll give a shout out to Kitty Cat Coin for sponsoring the truck tonight. I want to give a shout out to Stephen Ayers on the team. You over there at Turn 3, everybody in the league doing everything that they do behind the scenes. And just, my family for letting me race as much as I do. Again, I really enjoy it, and I hope the fans do, and we'll see you next week.
All right, well, Justin, again, congratulations, and we'll see when we catch up with you next.
Alrighty, Dave.
All right, there you go. Justin Gann going to walk away with his second checkered flag of the season and do it in fashion, starting the championship chase off the right way on the right foot. And he will park it in victory lane. Justin Gann walks away with a chance to continue his chase. Man, what a race. Man, what a night here tonight. The Whiskey River 120 did not disappoint one bit. 120 laps around this 1.5 mile racetrack nestled in Kentucky, in Sparta, Kentucky. It's going to be one heck of a celebration. And with producers hitting the buttons, you know the sounds. You know it's time to run down your unofficial race results. Walking away with the checkered flag here in the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. The 30 of Justin Gann. Clark Janikin back in second with Jesse Hedges. Rounding out your podium drivers, Nick Burlow going to finish in fourth with Eric Norwitzki right there in fifth. The Lumber Liquidators, number 99 of Nicholas Wing, will park it in sixth with seventh place going to Dylan Schultz. Brian Tarnowski right there in eighth night spot tonight to the 10 Toyota Tundra of Cody Schultz. Josh Douglas will round out your top 10 with Stephen Ayers Jr., Daniel Jensen, and Todd Cray. In 13th, Todd Cray goes from leading the race to one lap down to finish in 13th. 26 of Bailey Dutton going to finish 14th with Darren Clement rounding out your top 15 trucks tonight. Scott Bellum back in 16th, Matt Allen 17th, 18th tonight. And the Whiskey River 120 belongs to the 38 of Zach Miller. Dave Gage going to bring home the 404 back in 19th with Christopher Woods. Finishing out your top 20, the 69 of Larry Poling. Going to walk away from the track tonight in 21st, 22nd to Ed Houck, Brinson Hunt back in 23rd. 24th to Patrick Coro. Vernon Brunback had a little bit of a rough go. He'll finish 25 laps down in 25th. Josiah Strauss, Scott Thomas, and TJ Grover caught up in an early lap 8 incident. All three of those drivers going to fall out of the race, and they finish tail end of the field. TJ Grover going to need a big points night after tonight's issues. We'll see how he goes about doing it. If you haven't already, race fans, you know you want to show these drivers some love and appreciation and join us on that push to 3,000 subscribers. Go ahead, show them some love and drop that thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you slide by. So with that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until we see you again, we'll meet you in Turn 3.